Discuss LeetCode problem number 13, Roman to integer, Java solution. This is just the opposite of the LeetCode problem number 12, which is integer to Roman. So I think you can take a look at that video in terms of like the description of the Roman numerals. Here I'll directly go into the solution. So let us take a look at the Java solution. But before that, I think this places where there is a nuance in terms of the solution is basically like at 6 places where you have to take care of special scenario, and we can look at it in the solution. So if it is I before V, you need to subtract. This is where the subtraction happens, and then X before I before X and V, and then X before L and C, and then C before D and M. So these are the 6 scenarios where you have to subtract rather than add. So to handle this scenario, because the character I comes before, so this gives us the clue that we should start from the right, and that way you could have seen the V character first before I character. So in the case of, for a simple example of 4, which is I and V, so you just see the V and then do the 5 and then see the I and then subtract 1 to make it 4. So that's what the logic is. So let us take a look at the Java solution. So you define this map of what you saw there in the table on the LeetCode's website. This is the mapping of what each of the Roman numerals, place value or whatever, place value, not exactly place value, but what are they, what do they represent in terms of decimal values. And so you define that in a map, and so you go through that string. We'll look at the solution. You go through the string from the right and get the current value from the map, and if current value is less than previous value, that's what happens in the case of I and 4. In this case, you would have seen this first, and when you are when you move to the left, when you see this character I, so I becomes the current value, which is 1, and V previous value is 5. So when it is 5, you subtract, so the result becomes 4. And otherwise you add the result to the current value, and at the end of it you assign the current value to the previous value. And once you are done with this loop, you return the result. And let us take a look at this run for this Roman numeral. So you start from V, and so it becomes 5, and then you saw this I, and then it becomes 4, and then you see this C, and then it becomes 104. Now X's value is smaller than C, so you subtract it, so it becomes 94. Then you see the M, and then it becomes 1094, and C being 100 is smaller than M, so it becomes 994, and then you see this final M, and it becomes 1994. So if you remember, we did this converted this 1994 itself into this Roman numeral. There you went from basically, like, because it is 1994, you don't have to you just divide if you remember that solution, you just divide it by 1000, and then do the hundreds and then tens and then the single digits one, and that's what we did there. in the LeetCode problem number 12. And that's it. Comment below if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye.